Hello, good morning, guys. This is Tai from MasterKicks.com, and today we're going to be talking about the Adidas Yeezy 350 on Earth that's coming out on the 22nd of February. Now, basically, I just want to show you the shoe, what it looks like, and then we're going to talk about the number of pairs possibly made, and then we're going to talk about resale or resale prediction, or however you want to use the term. Now, I don't even know these. I mean, the top is made up of some kind of earth like army green color. I don't even know why they call this earth. I don't think it looks like the earth. I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. It looks more like an army green top, and it's built with that primeknit material. And on the side, you have this strip. It's like the color there is like some kind of a dark tan, and you can see in it there's a little bit of a you see the perforation in between. On the back, you have your khaki top and then your boost midsole with for maximum cushioning. All the Yeezys look the same, it's just a different color, but but pretty much the build is the same. And then you have your oval laces. A nice shoe. I like this color actually. I like this kind of colors, green like army green like colors. It's gonna cost about 225. Now let's talk numbers. Let's talk who's getting it, and we're gonna talk numbers. Okay. So let me first, actually, I want to go back here and show you a couple of things. And we're going to talk about who's getting the shoe and how many numbers were made and all that kind of things. Okay, and where to buy it. Now let me go on my presentation here and let's start off. Okay, we talked all about these already. Now, again, one of the things that I didn't mention is Adidas came up with like a region collection. That's going to be the Earth one is going to be only released in North America and South America. And then there's other ones that are going to be releasing in Europe and Asia, and Africa actually also is being mentioned in there. So that's a good thing. Again, these shoes are just shoes, all right? Don't get too caught up in them. And always keep what is important important. I just like doing these things because God has blessed me with the ability to be able to like run these numbers, and I love doing this for you guys. So let's jump into the actual show. Now, I ran and I wanted to study the numbers on it, how many pairs were made, and I collected my data. In South America, in Argentina, you have about 9 stores that are allocated. In Brazil, you have 16. In Chile, you have 2. In Colombia, you have 6 stores. In Mexico, you have 15. And that's just South America. Now, I added Canada. Canada has 48 stores, but if you add all these together, it come up to 48, which I'm going to talk about in the next slides. So, like I say, you can see from the graph that a total of 48 stores were allocated in South America, with Mexico leading the charge with a total of 16 stores given an inventory. And then in Canada, you also have 48, which is very interesting. So I'm wondering if Adidas is kind of like they did that on purpose, or this just happened by chance. Nobody knows. I don't know, but it's just a good observation. Now, now I didn't include the USA because so far the only places that I found were like Adidas, 4 stores allocated, Yeezy Supplies, Hibbett, Finish Line, Jeffrey, and Sneakers and Stuff, Chic Shoes, JD Sport, The Walk-In Closet, Chic, and Kicks USA, Social Status, Woodstock, APB Store, Extra Butter, Bodega, Jimmy Jazz, Bait, Lace Up, Cinco, and Downtown Locker Room. And then what I found out later on was that Finish Line was also getting it. Actually, I already mentioned it. So what I'm thinking is this: if all these people are getting it, chances are Foot Locker is getting it. But for some reason, Foot Locker has been very weird. They've not updated their like release calendar, the map, so I can't find any data on it. So I'm not gonna use their numbers now. So what I did was I'll show you the assumption that I created, and then we're gonna go from there. So I came up with this assumption. I'm thinking the USA is going to have a half of all the total inventory, while Canada and South America will split the other half. So if Canada and South America are getting a half, USA is going to get a half. So we're going to use that to try to determine our numbers. So there are about like 20 sizes for this model, right? So from size 4 all the way up to like 15 or 16 or whatever. So I'm assuming that each store will get about 6 pairs per size. So that leaves me with 120 pairs per store. So we also have to take to account for the online allocation, which is probably an additional quarter added from the total obtained from physical stores. You will understand it once I run the numbers. Okay, so to find Canada and South America, we did 120 times 48 plus 48, which is 11,520 pairs. And then the online allocation, I took this number, I divided it by 4, I got 2880. Let's go to the next slide. So the USA allocation will be the same because 11,520 from our initial assumption, and then USA online will be 2880 as well. So if you take these numbers, because we have a half and a half, you add them, you multiply them by 2, and then you do the same thing with the online allocation. I came up with 28,800 pairs, or let's say 30,000 pairs. This is my assumption. Everything is based on the assumption, but I have to add my disclaimer because before we get into that, I don't work for the brands, I don't work for Adidas, I don't work for the retailers. And everything that is done purely based on assumptions that I've made myself. So this is just to give you a picture of what the reality may be. So what does that mean? That means my numbers may not be accurate, and they just give you an idea of what's going on. All right, so don't quote me on any of these things. Next thing, we're gonna talk resale. So when I studied it from the 16th of February to like yesterday, which is Tuesday, when I wrote the article, we started up at 358 and then ended up at 317. So there's been like the shoe has been trending down, and I will explain in my next slide what's happening. Like I said, the graph shows sales record from the past 3 days, and you can see that the shoe has been trending down. It lost about 10.34% of its value in 3 days, and I'm suspecting that it will lose another 5% before the time the shoe releases officially. So I'm thinking by the 22nd, we're going to lose about 10 to 15% of the value. With that said, I'm projecting the overall average resale value to be about $305 to $310. So I put 305 here to be like conservative here. And the retail value is like 225 before tax, and basically 238.5 after tax if you live in Maryland. So if the resale value is 305, indeed, folks are looking at a 16.37 markup for profits ranging from $30 to $40. So if you buy these shoes, you're probably gonna be making about between 30 or 40 or 50 bucks. And then I studied what the sizes are that were more lucrative. Okay, so the best sizes to get, if you look here, that's the size 4, size 4.5, 5.5. Every other size was right around like the 317 to 340. So we're gonna see profit based on that. Now sizes 4, 4.5, and 5.5 had the highest sales. With the following respective numbers: 351, 380, and 352. And at that rate, folks are looking at markups between like 33.75% to 45%. And the profit, if you get those sizes, it's going to be between $80 and $105. Now, in every other size you get, you're going to be sitting at a 310 to 340. I mean, that's for right now. So your markup is anywhere between 18% and 29.56%, and your profit is between $44 and $70 if you get those sizes right now. So I'm assuming that by the time the shoe releases, this price is going to go down, like I said, to 305. But as of now, this is what you're looking at. Okay. Now let's go back to the site, and I also wrote an article on where to get the shoe now, where to get the shoe. So there's a bunch of places: Finish Line, JD Sport, all these things, all these places are gonna get the shoe. And then you can also go back on Adidas's official website to get the entire stocks, which is here. This is South America. You can go, and all that is on the website. You can go on the website and click the link, or check my description below. I'll provide you with a link to get access to this. All right. Again, I hope this helps you guys out. And if you have a shoe that you want me to talk about or discuss, please be sure to send me a comment, and I'll be sure to do that if I have the time and to do it. Okay. Again, thanks for watching. This is Ty from Master Kicks, and stay tuned for more stuff.